Hi guys, this is Breaker again with another wonderful cast, and I absolutely loved this game. I'm not much of a Terran fan, in case you couldn't tell, but I'm going to go ahead and introduce both players. This one was a game that I was actually casting myself in Chinese for the Russian Star League, but I'm going to go ahead and recast it in English because I thought this one was rather impressive. It's very unique, but let me go ahead and give you an introduction to both players. Down here in the, what appears to be 8 o'clock position, we have Korea, a very good player from Korea, like, undoubtedly he's on the FXO team. It's none other than Gumiho. In the lower right hand corner, I forget where he hails from, but it is none other than Lucifron. Now, this was played on the American server, so this leads me to believe that one or both players came from out of the country. I do remember that there was a game with Cats versus White Raw in the RSL that was particularly, I don't know, I thought it was a little strange that it played out this way. Hang on just a second, I'm going to fix something real quick. I remember it was a little strange that it panned out this way, but basically what happened was White Raw came from, of course, White Raw was playing from the Ukraine and Cats was playing from America, and somehow it ended up defaulting us to the American server through tournament rules. But without further ado, I think this is a bit of an aggressive start we have from Gumiho, who's going to go ahead and throw down the gas. At this stage, it leads me to believe that either he's going to throw down a factory immediately afterwards, or he's going to add on a tech lab to the barracks here. I'm sorry, I had to stop and think about what the English word was. I was casting this in Chinese at the time, and it looks like Lucifron's going to go ahead and elect for the command center first opening. That being said, Lucifron is going to have an economic lead over his opponent, but whatever Gumiho is doing right now, it is basically built to kill that economic lead, or any economic lead for that matter. So let's just wait and see what happens. I forget how exactly this game unfolded, but there were a couple of good scenes in it where I was just absolutely excited to see what was going on, and we're going to find out just what those were in a few minutes' time. Unfortunately, I was stupid enough to leave the replay control timeline on, and that gave away how long the replay was, so I'm hoping that won't deter you guys from watching the entire cast. There we go. Tech Lab coming on first, so if it's not gonna, I mean not first, but it comes on halfway through the construction of this factory. So that being said, I don't think we're going to be seeing this Tech Lab used for anything that's coming out of the barracks. In fact, these are, yep, they're getting switched out right now. Factory's about done. Oh, strange, it's going for a Hellion first. So, okay, we got a starport opener here. Looks like we're gonna have Gumiho going for cranking out some Banshees, and it looks like we have Lucifron eagerly looking for his opponent in all the wrong directions, just coincidentally. Let's see. I'm just going to go out on a whim and say Lucifron was European. Of course, we were playing on the American server, so both players got a little bit more lag that way. It did make sense. There are other pro tournaments, online tournaments that I casted where if a player was playing, for example, let me see, Love CD versus, he's a Korean player, but he's living in Europe now. There we go. And we have that Hellion dashing in, not so much to get kills, but rather to see what his opponent's doing. Hold that thought, by the way. It was Love CD, a player who is the little brother of Sky from China. That's how I always introduce him. And he's actually participating in another event that I am casting in English. It's known as the Neo TV Star League, or the NSL. Hellion gets shut down, gets all the info it needs, sees there's just one tech lab on each of the out of all three of the barracks that are coming down. And the Marines pepper away at one SCV that doesn't even get into the main, which is not a bad idea considering what we have here. There it is, the first Banshee is on its way across the map to find and kill quite a few SCVs coming from Lucifron. So let's just look at the worker count right now. It's 28 to 25, not a substantial difference, but once you consider the two mules, that does make a huge difference. Banshee getting shooed away here. It's gonna get at least 1 or 2 kills. Yeah, I mean, if nothing else, it'll be Marines. Here we go. Now it's starting to unfold just a little bit in my head what had happened. But back to the production dev, we see that Gumiho doesn't have cloak right here, and neither does he elect to put it in his production tab. Oh no, and it looks like, I'm sorry, I did forget about that happening live. The Banshee did get shot down, but Lucifron, I don't know, it was more of a misclick from Gumiho. Like, Lucifron just got, I guess you could say, a little lucky. Gumiho was basically just being stupid. But we all have those stupid moments. But right now, if you look at the supply discrepancy, it's actually quite large at this stage in the game. It's about, Lucifron has a 1/5 supply lead over Gumiho. Most of it is in workers, mind you. And Gumiho is trying his best to catch up with Lucifron. Not a bad idea, all things considered, but this is an interesting place to put a missile turret. I guess there will be a tank there later on, and I guess you would say a defensive stance. Okay, and here we go. In production so far, we have the stim pack on the way for Lucifron, and this is interesting. A Blue Flame Hellion upgrade coming out. That is the Infernal Pre-Igniter, and we also have a Raven on the way from Gumiho. So we're going to see something very interesting, to say the very least. A Raven at this stage in the game is usually very unheard of, but usually what happens is a player does is cranks out 1 or 2, and hold that thought. We've got a bunch of Hellions running by. 2 do not make it back out. And it looks like this one's going to get... Oh no, he almost got misrallied. I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention to the rally point. First Raven almost finished. Siege Tech just now getting down for Gumiho. And right now, if we just look at units lost, it's just substantially higher for Gumiho. That Banshee did not pay for itself, and they are expensive. They have to typically kill like a good deal of... Let's see here. They have to kill maybe 7 SCVs to really pay for themselves. And if we look right now, 7 SCVs is about the lead that Lucifron has over Gumiho. Of course, that's not including mules. It looks like something is going on here that I'm not quite catching on to. I don't know. Let's just look at the income tab. Right now, Lucifron is fluctuating up and down. It's actually thanks to the mules that Gumiho has that he's actually making so much money. It's 3 mules to actually 1 now. Hold that thought. The Marines are moving out. 4 get barbecued there. About 3 more due there. Oh, and this is just not good for Gumiho. I mean, if you look at the supply discrepancy right now, it's, you know, that's 1/5 of the supply. You know, Lucifron is 1/5 of the supply above that of Gumiho, and I think Gumiho was probably trying to take advantage of the high grass there. I'm not sure how that would have worked out considering there were medevacs, but hold that thought. We do have, I think we're going to see some kind of an elevator trick coming out, but back to the production tab. We got tanks and 1 Viking on the way. Siege Tech is done, mind you, but there are no... Oh, there's only 1 tank right here. 2 tanks, but they're at the front door. Okay, and it looks like that elevator trick that we were going to see Lucifron try just got thwarted by the 2 Vikings that are here, along with the 1 Raven. Of course, a point defense drone would have been a foolish decision to make right there, because there are just so many Marines. I mean, Marines would make short work of a point defense drone, frankly speaking. This game is continuing to go back and forth. We got Hellions running around on the map everywhere, left and right. And 2 more barracks are on the way for Lucifron. He's going to go with, it looks like, a bio build, to say the very least. He's just got this factory sitting there doing nothing. Maybe he'll use it to scout around, who knows. It just takes time to catch on to this. And Lucifron getting his 3rd down. Very interesting, to say the least. I mean, the way this game is unfolding. Lucifron is taking the economic lead over his opponent, and that really makes all the difference over time just a little bit. If we check the income tab right now, Lucifron is about 400 minerals ahead of his opponent each minute. So, as you can imagine, every single mule makes a difference, but Gumiho is not... I don't know, it's like he can make the mules whenever he wants to, but I mean, it's still like... He's forgetting about the mules on this planet, excuse me, this orbital in the main. Gumiho just now taking his third, or excuse me, Gumiho just now taking his third, putting the orbital down where it should go. I don't really like surprises, and I hope this doesn't ruin it, but this game will end in about 6 minutes. All I can remember... Oh, wait, hold that thought. I'm sorry, yeah, that's right. That's why I like this one so much. There's a fusion core going down right now, and we have a huge engagement. So I'm a little curious to see just how this is going to pan out. Point defense drone is doing a good job of holding its ground versus the Marines. I never thought... I thought they would go to waste in a heartbeat on Marines, but wow. One Viking falls. Is there going to be a second? I think so, yes. Viking number 2 falls, but the other Vikings are chasing this one, and these Marines will shut it down. And he does get away, just barely. Okay, and now we have 2 battlecruisers on the way from Lucifron. That's what I thought was so interesting. I'm sorry, I did say there was a fusion core going down, but I didn't say from who, I think. I might have made a mistake when I called it out and said it was Gumiho. It's hard to tell Terrans apart these days. The supply gap right now is about 20-something. Question is, who's going to win and what's it going to take to put him in winning fashion? My god, Gumiho realizes he's slightly behind economically, so to make up for this, he's actually throwing down 2 command centers at present, while we have Lucifron just throwing down a single one right here at what seems to be a pocket 4th base. Hold that thought. Do we have another elevator attempt going down here? It looks like we do, but this tank is kind of thwarting it. Marines just trying to poke away at the missile turret here. Looks like they're gonna get it, maybe. Oh my god, red health. There it goes. It falls. 2 SCVs got pulled off the line to try and save it, but they couldn't do anything. So now they're rebuilding it. Checking the income at this stage in the game, it's about 300 minerals difference for the players at present. And I'm pretty sure Gumiho knows just how far behind he is. It's just that he doesn't know what his opponent is doing. I mean, he knows this is only a fraction of what his opponent really has. I'm sorry, was there something I missed here? There's no workers killed here just yet. I don't know. I thought maybe there was a 4th base being floated down here. I guess it was just getting constructed. I thought that maybe there was some kind of a run by or something like that that ended up totaling that 4th. But hold that thought. The battlecruisers and the Vikings are coming down this way. One more battlecruiser along with Yamato cannon is in research. Excuse me, weapon refit. I'm sorry, it's just that like we don't even know the upgrade names because we so very rarely see battlecruisers these days. It's more like they're novelty weapons than anything else, but hold that thought, there's only a few Vikings here, and that number of Vikings looks almost even with the number here, except it's just one more. So keep in mind, this is a lot that we're going to have to see Gumiho do to hold this off. It's actually going to take a lot of micro if that one last Viking manages to survive. It looks like he's manually clicking down each of his opponent's Vikings. He's trying to chase down these battlecruisers now since the other Vikings are out of the way. And hold that thought. Vehicle weapons level 3 is on the way for Gumiho at present. He realizes he has to be able to hold against this. Lucifron taking up quite the aggressive style in this game. Even with battlecruisers, I guess he doesn't want to max out on battlecruisers. It looks like he's only got 3. Those are flying tanks. Just mind you that much. They're flying tanks. They do some DPS. I'm not sure how much, but they are definitely good for taking down tanks when there's nothing to shoot back at them. Hold that thought. Thor's just entered the field, and this is gonna be a huge engagement. The question is, who is going to prevail over this? My god. Okay, here we go. Battlecruisers getting into the mix, targeting down a couple of tanks, but that's about it with their Yamato cannons. Yamato cannon targeting down a Thor. It gets it, and that knocks it out. Yamato cannon number 3 is not ready. It still requires 25 more energy. SCV is getting pulled off the line to repair these Thors. It's not quite working or panning out. Thor is slowly losing his shields. Tanks just now sieging up. That one Thor is all the hope that these tanks have. Oh my god, hold that thought! Oh my god, medevac drops going down on the siege tanks! Oh my god, and now what was a happy, healthy army from Lucifron, or what was a happy, healthy army from FXOGumiho is now nothing more than specks of rubble, dust, and blood. Alright guys, if you enjoyed what you saw here today, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Right now I'm presently capitalizing on casting European events in Chinese, but if you would so kindly just follow my channel, I can probably also expand into the Western world. I'm also currently casting the Neo TV Star League as well as the Asia's StarCraft League that is held and administered by Taiwan. This has been Breaker. Just go ahead and hit the follow buttons and I will present to you more exciting games with players of these grade in them. Thanks for watching. See you next time.